Puck pushed back into the D zone to Colin. Thrown around up the near boards. Goes all the way in deep. Puck pushed up here. Grady tried getting it forward. Now Hardy's able to push it forward up to Ryder. Ryder into the zone, throws it in deep. Tristan headed into the corner to grab that. Puck comes out. Now Ryder gets it. He comes up. He chips it in deep. It's going to go all the way down for an ice. Puck pushed up to the line. JC holds it in there. They come across. They throw it in front. Landon gets it over to Nick. Nick gets it out of the zone. Comes up all the way in. Nick's able to get it. Can't clear the zone. JC comes in. They fire it from a tough angle. Colin gets it, pushes it behind the net. Now it comes all the way up. Landon can't get it out of the zone. Picked up there by Colin. Colin fires at the length of the ice, and that'll be another icing. Nope, no icing there. They waved that off. Puck comes up. They've got it into the zone. They throw it in deep. Comes around. Colin gets it there, chips it up the sideboards. Jesse tried to get it out, but can't. Now it comes down into the middle. It comes over Landon. He's got some room to operate. He passes across to Jesse. Jesse gets it in deep to the zone. Comes around. He chips it up in front. Off of Hayden's skate to Henry. He can't get a shot off, though. JC93 gets it out of the zone. They're coming up. Puck comes back into the zone. Peyton gets that up the near boards, throws it up. Hayden gets it out of the zone. He advances it forward. Brecken after it. Now Henry has it. He comes through the middle, comes over, gets a shot in on net. Loose puck in front. Nobody can get a shot off. Now JC clears it up and out. Puck comes through. Oh, they sneak it past McCoy. They come in, pass back, but McCoy had that man for the drop pass covered. Puck comes up. Henry couldn't get it. Now McCoy gets it. Comes back to Henry. Henry comes up through in the neutral zone now. JC93's coming back around. They come up into the zone. Colin gets it, tries clearing it up, but they pick it up on the half wall. They come in, they shoot, goes up and over the net, comes all the way around to the near boards. Puck on the line. They come in, they try and pass across, but they can't. Puck comes up, Tristan gets it, he grabs it. He goes all the way through the neutral zone, splits the D, comes in shootout style, shoots and scores. Puck comes up and around. They push it forward. Henry gets it there, throws it in deep. Henry Jones is battling there. Tristan gets it, throws it up. Peyton tried to come across. It goes over to Sean. Sean loses it. JC93 comes in. Jack makes the save. Ryder comes over, gets the puck, throws it into the corner. Puck comes up. Now there's a battle in the corner. Peyton pressures him. Puck goes off the ref. JC93 players back in there. Now the puck's pushed over to Ryder. Ryder tries coming up the wall. Oh! What a tip by Tristan. He's coming in. Shootout drill again. This time he picks the top left corner over the blocker for the second goal. Puck pushed forward there by Nick. Now it comes back to the D. Oh, JC93 kicks that forward. It's going to go all the way into the corner here. Oh, there's a big hit there. Puck comes up. Nick's able to get it, but can't get it out of the zone. McCoy grabs it there. He's going to wrap it around. It comes back down. Landon grabs it in the corner. He does a board turn. Now gets it up and out of the zone. We've got Jesse off to the races. He comes in. He shoots. Nope. It's deflected into the corner. JC93 comes up. Landon steps up to pressure him. McCoy gets that. He gains the zone. Comes into the D. Fires it. It's under the leg pad of the goaltender. Puck pushed into the corner here. Breckenhard on it. Same with Hayden. Now the puck comes into the middle. McCoy's trying to pressure him off the puck. Oh, good job there by Cullen to step up at the line. Now he's coming in. He is pushed wide here by a couple of JC93 players. They come around behind the net. They chip it around into the far corner. Henry's over there. He chips it forward to Brecken. Brecken looking for a pass. He dumps it back around behind the net to Henry. Henry comes around, does a board turn to try and avoid the pressure, but he loses the puck. Puck pushed forward up the near boards here. They come in. They're in on a 2-on-2. They come wide. They shoot it. Picked up there by Sean. Sean fires it off the wall, but they hold it. Hayden comes up and is able to punch that puck out. Sean battling here to keep it out of the zone. Comes up to Hayden. Hayden pushes it forward just out of the reach of Henry. JC goes D to D. Now they throw it up, but it is going to go all the way down for an ice. We're trying another angle up here to try and get to a better place with the network coverage. Grandma, how is it? Puck dropped here. Henry tried getting it forward. Ryder tried going over there. Now Peyton comes in, gets it. Oh, they fired in. Jack sticks that aside. JC has the puck behind the net. They come up. Peyton still trying to get out of the zone. Henry couldn't get it out. Now it comes over into the corner. McCoy's bodied up against the wall. Puck comes up now. Tristan couldn't quite punch it out of the zone. Now it comes into the middle. Peyton has it, loses it. McCoy has it. And now he's able to chip it up and out of the zone to relieve the pressure. JC93 skating around. Oh, good job by Ryder there to displace the puck. JC93 comes back into the zone. Picked up here. They come up the boards. Grab there. Ryder now throws it forward. Comes up. They go D to D around the back of the net. Tristan trying to pressure him there. They come up the middle. They fire it up. Tipped at the red line, so it's going to go all the way in. Jack settles that down for McCoy. He comes around the net. Chips that up to Nick. Nick gets it out of the zone to Jesse. Jesse's coming across. He comes, ducks in. He's got an angle. He fires it blocker into the net for a whistle. Puck's going to be dropped deep here. Jesse gets it, pushes it in. Now it comes over the wall. Landon pressures him. It comes up to the point. Sean pushes it back in. Landon's pressuring him behind the net. They chip it up the other side. Colin pinches, loses an edge. Now it comes up. Comes across. They fire it. Jack makes the save. Sean grabs it for the whistle, and we're going to get a hooking call to the Jags. It's going to be dropped deep in the Jag zone. Brecken pushes that over to Sean. JC gets it. They come up to the D. They come back down to the half wall. They push it into the middle. Good job by Henry Ing to push that up. And he throws it all the way down. Brecken coming in on the forecheck since we're on the penalty kill. He forces them to make a move there, changes their mind. Now they push it up the far boards. Henry comes over to pressure him there. They come into the zone. They loop back around. They pass across. Comes in. Now it's up. They passed up to the D, but it splits the D. Goes into the neutral zone. Henry's coming up to pressure there. He chases the puck around the net. Tries as they reverse it back around to get up to it. They get it out of the zone. They're coming in. And they're changing, so they've only got 3 in the attack zone. They push it out to the point. They've got it here. They've got some time. They're looking around. They pass the puck. Player comes in. They shoot it. Loose in front. Henry Jones gets it. He throws it the length of the ice. And they come to the line, but it's held there by Henry. Henry passes across to Sean. Sean comes up to the point of McCoy. Now it comes over to Hayden. Hayden dumps it in, and that'll kill the penalty off. JC93 behind the net. And we've got an offsides whistle, maybe? We have a penalty to the Jags. So we're back on the kill. Puck comes down to McCoy. McCoy chips it further into the corner. He's after it now. Tristan tried poke checking it, but JC93, they come through the zone. They pass across the ice to the far side. Now they come to the D that's pinching in. They come over to the other side. Oh, what a move by Jack to come over and get that. Good job by Hayden to get a stick on it there. Now it comes around. Tristan's able to pressure the player. McCoy now gets the puck. He's able to clear the zone, and that's on the edge, so it's going to roll all the way deep into the zone. Hayden hustling after it here to forecheck a little. He chases him behind the net. Now he's coming up on him. Comes across. Grady's able to get it and throw it back into the zone. Hayden back on the forecheck here, even though we're on the penalty kill. JC93 gets it. They come up through the neutral zone. They gain the zone. They're pushed into the corner there. They lose the puck. They chip it behind the net. Picked up there. They trying to come into the middle. They can't. They come all the way around. They try this near side again. They fire that. It goes all the way around, but their D is able to get it at the far point. They push it back to the half wall. They're trying to cut in. They take it out of the zone. They regroup. That kills off the penalty. They've got a guy coming in here. He passed it. They chip it over Jack and into the goal. Jesse in here to take this face-off drop. He's got Ryder on one side, Landon on the other. They chip the puck up. JC93 gets it over just out of Landon's reach. Comes over, picked up there by Peyton. He comes to Landon into the neutral zone, and that'll do it for the first period. Jesse in here to take this face off. He wins it back to Grady. Grady over to Nick. Nick gets it there, chips it forward. And Jesse in hard on the forecheck here. Puck comes up to Nick. He couldn't get a pass off. Now he gets the puck. He throws that in. Jesse's in front there. They chip it up into the corner. It comes around. Picked up there. Good pinch by Grady initially to hold that. Now JC93 gets it out of the zone. They come through the neutral zone. They're coming up the near boards here. They chip it into the middle. Good stick there by Nick. He gets it to Jesse. Jesse throws it up into the neutral zone. Picked up there. JC93 re-enters. They're taking off the puck. Now they come in. They shoot it. And Jack gets it. The ref went down there awkwardly. He was still able to whistle it. Puck pushed over to McCoy. McCoy chips that up. It goes off Henry skating out of the zone. Puck thrown around. Comes back to Peyton. Peyton clears the zone. JC93 now has to leave. Good pressure there by Hayden. Puck comes over, up, and they throw it all the way in. No icing there. McCoy's going to pick it up behind the net. Oh! They've got a guy leaving their skates, throwing their body up. Puck pushed back to the line. They shoot it. It's in behind. Peyton picks it up there. He chips it up. It goes over the D stick. Hayden pressuring there hard on the forecheck. Comes all the way around. Comes in. Henry battling behind the net. Or in the corner here. Pushed up. Comes out of the zone. McCoy pressures them all the way behind the net. They come up. They pass to the near side here. They fire it. McCoy's there to block it. He chips it up the boards. They get a shot on. Peyton hands that down. Now McCoy gets it up and over the stick again. Henry coming in hard on the forecheck here. He pressures them in the zone. They pass back to their D. They pick it up there. Now they come across. Now they throw it up. McCoy's able to stop the player, but not the puck. Henry picks it up deep in the zone. He comes up to McCoy on the half wall. McCoy looks up, comes around, and he dumps it in deep. Henry in on the forecheck. Henry Jones in on the forecheck this time. Oh, they had a cherry picker coming up there. Grady comes back to get on that puck. He comes around the net, looking for the pass, chipped it up the center to Henry, but it goes past his stick. JC93 comes in. They're skating around. Tristan pressures him into a pass across. Ryder comes over, gives him a little body. They come back across to the far side. They pass to the back door, but can't get a shot off. Henry pressures him there. Henry Jones is able to get it. Tried coming out, but couldn't get out. Ryder gets his stick into some skates. So we got a delayed penalty to the Jags here. And they passed across to the D. Comes up into the corner. Now it's going to go behind the net. McCoy grabs that for the whistle. Puck pushed up to the line here off that face-off. JC93 coming around. Tristan doing a good job pressuring them. He's able to get this stick on the puck. Comes up, does a little turn. Now he fires it in deep. And it lays down there in the corner. They pick it up there. They throw it all the way up near boards here. Now they come in. Good stick there by Jesse to get it. And Colin chips it out of the zone. JC93 picks it up there. They come back into the zone. McCoy pushes them wide there. They pass around. They came into the middle. Good stick there by a couple players. Puck loose in front. Jesse gets it. He comes off the glass. Clears it into the middle. Picked up there. They come back into the zone. They throw it in deep. Picked up by McCoy behind the net, and he clears it down. 16 seconds left. Oh, we got Landon in pressuring, and he makes him pass around the back of the net. Now they come up and into the zone. They are pushed wide there by Colin. He gets a gets it off, and he throws it in deep. And that's going to end the power play for JC93 in the penalty kill. Landon coming in on the forecheck, makes him pass it around to the near boards here. They come up, and they go through the neutral zone, but go a little east-west too. They come in, they drop it off. Nick gets to it, passes it up to Landon. Landon's off to the races. He's coming in on a shootout drill style. Oh! He shoots it, but the goalie's able to get a toe on it as he was going for that far corner. Puck comes up through. They re-enter the zone. They fire it. Jack with a blocker gets that over. Nick couldn't quite get it out of the zone. Now, Sean tried getting it out but couldn't. He comes over. He passes back. Now he gets it to Nick. Nick is able to get it out of the zone. Puck comes up. JC93 gets it there. They're coming in hot and heavy. They are forced wide. Puck comes in. Oh, they poke it, but it goes behind the net. They're coming around the far side again. Comes into the middle, picked up there. They pass across the crease and are able to finish it off as Jack slid from one side to the other. Puck push forward to Henry. Henry comes into the zone. Couldn't quite get past the D. They pick it up. They chip it up the boards here. Comes all the way across to the far side. Peyton, that's Sean pressuring him. Gets a stick on it. Now he gets the puck, chips it up to the line, but not out. JC93 dealing around a couple. Jesse does a good job getting his stick on that. Puck comes all the way back into their zone. Jesse's on the forecheck here, pressures him, gets to the puck, picked up there by Henry. He has a wraparound chance, but the goalie covers that up for a whistle. He's in here to take this face off. He chips it back. It goes over McCoy's stick into the neutral zone. Now they pass it. He throws it back in. Goes in deep. Henry's hard on the forecheck. He disrupts that play, but another 93 player comes in to pick that up. They're coming up the far zone. They chip it into the middle. They hit a guy. Jack gets a blocker on it. They get the rebound in past him. Henry Jones in here to take the face off. He pushes it forward. Ryder comes over to try and get it, but they throw it in. It goes to Sean. Sean picks it up there, gets it back to Henry. Henry's going up the far side there. He comes into the zone, pushes it into the middle, but couldn't connect with Ryder. JC93 comes away with it. Sean's riding him wide here. Takes him down off the puck. He ships it, but it's deflected up into the netting. Henry in here to take that face off, pushes it over there. Sean pressures him, gets some help from Ryder. Now Henry comes over. He comes away with the puck. He throws it up and out. Their goaltender plays that. Throws that. Ryder coming in. He's working hard here. Puck comes up. They come in. They are bodied off the puck initially. Now Sean comes in. They came up. Ryder gets that over to Tristan. Tristan comes up. There's a delayed penalty here to JC93. They touch it up, and that's going to be the whistle. They get a rough here as they came in high on Sean. Jesse in here to take this face off. He drops it. It's pushed back behind the net. Nick over there pressuring him. Puck comes all the way up out of the line. Colin gets it. He throws it back in deep. JC93 comes across. Landon over there pressures him to go up the far wall. They get it there now. They are taken off the puck by Jesse. Oh, he tried kicking it forward but couldn't. JC93 comes into the zone. Puck turned around there. Jesse gets it. He comes up, pushes it out of the zone. JC93 gets it there. Good pressure by Nick. Comes across. Nick's able to backhand it, but that goes up into the stands. Puck pushed over to Henry by Brecken. Henry gets it back to McCoy. Oh, McCoy fans on the shot. So JC93 is able to throw it up. Peyton comes back, picks that up. He comes around behind the net looking for a pass. He gets it up to Hayden. Hayden has it, loses it. They fire it in wide. McCoy gets it. He tried punching it up to Henry, but JC93 player gets there. Now Hayden's able to get it up, and Brecken's able to chip it past one. Now he gets past another. He's coming in, and he fires it in and scores. Henry Jones in here to take this face off at center ice. And he pushes it forward to himself, but then he loses it. Puck comes back. Peyton picks it up there. He comes up to the red line, throws it in deep. Ryder's hard on the forecheck here, pressuring him to move that puck around. Now they come up the near boards here. They chip it in deep. They come around. McCoy battling with him there. Oh, Ryder comes in, puts the body on him. Peyton has it. He pushes it in toward the center. He's swarmed by 93 players. Puck up to Ryder. Ryder has it, pushed it forward. Tristan and Ryder collide. JC93 coming into the zone. They've got numbers, but Peyton gets a stick on it, and he blocks a shot. He's able to push that up to Tristan. Tristan loses an edge. Puck comes over. Nick had it, loses it. JC93 player comes into the zone. They dump it. They pass into the middle, picked up there by Nick. Nick sees Landon up here. Landon comes into the zone, turns around, fires it. Oh, missed going wide from his knees. Puck into the corner. Jesse battling for it there. He's still battling. He chips it back up to the half wall. It comes across. McCoy picks that off. McCoy does a little turn here. Waits for everybody to get on side. Comes back now. Oh, Colin loses an edge. McCoy comes over, chips that up. It goes in to the zone. Jesse hard on the forecheck. They come around the back. They push it up to the point. McCoy gets it there. He fires it in. Stick save. Jesse picks it up. He's around in the near corner. Throws it back to McCoy, but it bounces over his stick. Colin's going to pick that up. He's going to come behind the net. looking for a pass, gets it up, but bounced off his stick. Now he comes into the zone. Colin fires it, picks the far corner up top. Puck pushed over to the wall here, goes past Henry's stick. Colin gets it, he throws it into the zone. Brecken in hard on the forecheck here behind the net. He's able to disrupt the play, gets it, passes it over. Oh, couldn't quite connect with Henry. JC93 gets it. It's into their skates. Now they're able to carry it out. Brecken coming in on the back check there. Puck comes over to Sean. He regroups, comes around. Now he passes up to Hayden. It's tipped, but it's tipped on the wrong side of the red line, so that's going to go for an icing. Puck's going to be dropped deep in the Jags zone to the right of Jack. Henry's in there. The puck comes into the middle. JC93 fires it, but it's over the net. Grady gets it. He chips it up, and it goes between the D, but it's going to go just far enough for an icing. Going to do it all over again here. This time Henry ties up the center. JC93 throws it back to their D. Good job blocking that by Ryder. He gets it to bounce out of the zone, but we get a whistle here as Ryder went down hard. Dan's coming out. Puck pushed back to their D. They come up to the line. They get it into the zone. It's pushed back out by McCoy, and that's going to do it for the second period. We're trying every network we can here. I know the stream's not great at home, but we're working on what we have to do. Puck pushed forward here, and Jesse put his head down, tried to get it forward. Now JC93 is regrouping in their zone. Landon comes in, they pass around him. They come up the boards here. They gain the zone. They come in, they fire it. It goes wide of the net. Landon over to pressure him. They come up to the point. Jesse comes over. They pass around him. Landon comes up to pressure him. Can't quite get to it, but Peyton now gets to it. He fires it up, and Jesse's off to the races here. He's coming in, shootout drill. He shoots it. Goaltender gets it. Rebound out front. Pushes that over. Now they're trying the stretch pass. It comes deep into the corner here. Picked up there by Nick. They chip it up front. It comes to their D. They fire it. Jack gets it. Oh, it goes off the post out. Swept out of there by Sean, I think. Peyton in the corner. Nick comes up there to pressure him at the point. And now the puck comes out. Nick's pressuring them. And they go down. Now they come across to the near side here. Pushed up that board. They come into the middle and they tip it in on Jack. Puck pushed over here. Comes in to their zone. Breckenhart on the forecheck. They pass around him. They get it up. Chipped forward by Cullen there. That's going to go all the way down for an icing. Puck pushed over here. Chipped around to Hayden. He gets it up to Henry. Henry coming in with Brecken. Henry tries passing across. Can't get the pass over to him. He does a board turn to avoid some pressure. Kicks it forward to himself. He comes all the way up to Cullen. Cullen fires it. It's blocked there. Cullen gets it again, fires it again, but the goaltender grabs that. Puck pushed over here. It is pushed up. JC93 gets it out. Grady pushing him wide. Puck comes around, picked up by Cullen in the corner. He chips it around, gets that up to Sean. Sean back to Cullen. Cullen up. Sean chips it forward. JC93 picks it up there. They're taken off of it by Henry. Comes over to Tristan. Tristan gets it, fires it just high and wide. Oh, Sean tried to backhander. Tristan couldn't get it. Puck comes up. They pass it up. Cullen back here on D. Pushes them wide. They come into the middle. Grady gets his stick on it. Oh, and it's blocked over to the side. Now Cullen pushes it behind the net. Now they come back across into the near side here. Puck to the line, but not out. They push it into the corner here. They're pressured there. They come all the way across. They try and hammer it, but they misfire on that. Puck over here. Sean pressure him. Now Grady gets it, chips it around. Tristan coming up the near boards here. He comes into the zone, tries backhanding it in, but it's sticked aside. Sean pressuring him there. Comes up the side here. Picked up behind the net. JC93 tried getting it across, but now they're able to clear the zone. It comes up here to Peyton. Peyton backhands it in there. They get it. They come up the near side again. They're coming in hard. McCoy's able to come over, chip that puck away from him. He gets that up. Nick's able to get it. He hits Landon coming up. Landon gains the zone. Comes in, tries shooting it. Nick's over there. They deflect it. Now Nick's pressuring him in the corner. They chip behind the net. Landon comes over, disrupts that play. But they get it forward. Now Peyton has it, comes into the zone. He comes across, fires it loose in front. JC93 pushing it around the back of the net. Nick's now able to get it. Landon, nope. Nick has it. It comes back up to the point. McCoy gets it there. He fires it. Their goaltender grabs it with a glove, throws it into this near corner. They push it up that side. They come across. Comes all the way around to McCoy. He's got a lane. He chips it up. Couldn't connect with anybody, but it is no ice. So Hayden coming in here hard on the forecheck. Disrupts that play. Now Brecken's able to get the puck. He comes into the middle, shoots it, but it's wide on that far post. Henry comes over, disrupts the play. Brecken comes in, picks up the puck. He chips it over to Hayden, but can't connect. JC93 coming up out of the zone. Good back check by Henry to disrupt that. And they are offsides. Puck dropped here, pushed over to the boards. Now they chip it in. Picked up there by Colin. He's able to get it out of the zone. Brecken comes in. He sweeps it forward into the zone. He tries passing it up front. Henry's battling there. They pass it around behind the net now. They come up the far boards. They do a stretch all the way across, a little east-west. Good back check there by Brecken. Colin's able to chip it up and out of the zone. Puck thrown in deep and around the net. Comes back here. McCoy pushes that up and out of the zone. JC93s are battling here. Hayden's able to disrupt that. He comes in, fires it, but it's wide of the net. Henry comes over. Henry Jones is able to get it, push it forward. Comes back to, Henry couldn't get his stick on it. Puck comes in. JC93 coming in. They shoot it. Jack makes a leg pad save. Now Henry Jones is able to clear the zone out. Puck comes up. Hayden's back checking like crazy. Now the puck comes into McCoy in the corner. He chips that up. It goes off of Tristan's stick. JC93's tip it. It goes over into the near corner here. Hayden pressures a pass to the point. They shoot it. It bouncing around in front. Now Peyton's able to get it. He sees a lane. He takes it up. He's past the red line. Comes in past the blue line. Coming around the net. Looking for a pass. Backhands it, but Jags were going for a line change. So puck into the zone, into the neutral zone. Now our zone. Pass into the middle. They hit. Pass on the back door. They fire it, but it goes around. And that's going to get out. So JC93 regrouping in the neutral zone. Tristan pressuring him. Jesse comes across, fires, and scores. Oh, that wasn't Jesse. That was Sean. Sean picked that up as he stepped into the zone and fired that past the goalie. Puck dropped here. Jesse wins that back to McCoy. McCoy's looking around for a pass. Oh, he tried going around, but he couldn't. JC93 picks it off. Now they duck past his check. They push it up to the top. Comes out of the zone. They fire it in, but it is offsides. Puck being dropped just outside of the zone here. Pushed back to Peyton. Peyton chips it up into the neutral zone. JC93 with it there. They push it up. Jesse tried getting a stick on it. Now Nick does. They pick it up. They come up the near side here. Peyton gets it. He chips it backhand up to Nick. Nick chips it up past the D and out of the zone. JC93 regrouping there. Nick hard on the forecheck. They throw it up the boards. Jesse got a stick on it but couldn't hold the zone. Puck comes up. Peyton now has it. He comes back in. He fires it. It goes into the corner. Now it comes up the near boards. They're coming across. Pressured off the puck by Jesse. They come in. Jack sticks that shot over to the side. Landon battling in there. Knocks somebody down. Peyton picks it up. He comes up. He's able to clear the zone. JC93 gets the puck, though. They come across. Oh, boy, we had a tough line change there. Jack's up for the test. Gets it with the blocker. Puck comes around the back of the net. Grady gets it there. Jack's able to cover it up for the whistle. Puck's going to be dropped here. Brecken wins that faceoff, but JC93 is able to pick it up. They come up to the point. They shoot it. Comes in. They're coming around. They pass across the ice. They come up. They fire it. Jack's up for the task. Loose puck in front. Chipped out of the zone nicely. JC93 comes up. They pass it to the far side there. They're coming up. Hayden tried to poke. They're able to get it in. They push it. It goes out of the zone, so they got to hold up. They throw it all the way in. Everybody comes in. Colin picks it up behind the net with 3 to go. He skates. Ooh, just pushed that over to the far side. They get a shot off. It's tipped into the near corner here. Hayden gets it there. He passed it across the ice. They pick it up at neutral zone. Henry Ing in there with a stick. They come in and they are offsides. Puck here by push forward past into the D. McCoy gets it there. He comes up, picked up by Henry Jones. He's able to skate it out of the zone. Comes across the red line, comes in, throws it in deep behind the net. Good pressure there by Sean. He comes in, picks up the puck. He throws it up. Oh, tried coming up to Peyton, but it jumps over his stick. McCoy's off to the races to pick that up. He does a little board turn. The JC93 player loses an edge. McCoy's now able to come up. Can't quite get out of the zone. Good job by Sean coming back. Puck pushed forward by Peyton. Can't get it out of the zone. But Tristan's able to get it out. Now Sean gets it, backhands it into the JC93 zone. They push it across to the near side. Now they come into the middle. They're coming in. They are pressured down. And there is no goal on that as the players laying on top of Jack. Somehow they've decided this is a goal. I don't exactly know how because Jack had no way of playing the puck. The only thing they could have done is called a penalty on the Jags. But they called that a goal somehow. Cannot wait to hear what this explanation is. Brecken in here to take this face off. It comes back to McCoy. He comes up to the red line, dumps it in deep. Brecken in here first. Pressured him. Henry comes in, throws the body around. Brecken picks up the puck. And now we've got a penalty coming up to the JC93s for a rough. Brecken in here to take this face off deep in the JC93 zone to the right of their goaltender. He pushes the puck over to Henry. Henry comes back to McCoy. McCoy fans on it. He's able to recover, gets that puck to Henry. They clear the zone. Brecken comes in. Henry grabs it, comes over, turns. Another board turn, gets it to Brecken. Brecken tried throwing it across to Hayden. McCoy pinched in. Hayden comes up, back checking, slows the play up. They push the puck forward. McCoy gets it. McCoy gets it to Henry. Henry comes into the middle. He's taken down. JC93 comes up. McCoy rides him wide. They shoot it. Jack sticks that to the far side. Henry comes over to battle. Henry Ng comes over to battle. McCoy now battling here on the boards. Time's just ticking away here. And they finally whistle it with 19.7. Puck's going to be dropped just outside of the Jag zone. One over to Henry. Henry gets it to Peyton. Peyton clears it up. Brecken battling here. He comes in. JC93 comes into the zone, pushed into the middle. Brecken gets it there, chips it up, and that's going to come down. Their goalie plays it to the D. Hayden coming in, pressured it, and that's the end of the game. Another tie for the Jags.